Hey folks, we're here to talk about the Rawlings 2017 Quatro. That's that really bright orange bat over here. And we're going to do a little cage side hitting and a little bit of a review with it for the people who don't just like to read it on our site, which I get if you don't want to read it, you just want to watch it. But the Quatro is Rawlings' new bat. It comes in a BB core and a drop 10 senior barrel. They're actually saying senior barrel, but we refer to it as a big barrel, which is a 2 3/4. This is a 2 3/4 on the right. The middle is also a 2 3/4. That's the Rawlings VELO composite. That was the 2016 version. You know, Rawlings wouldn't say it's this bat. This is the VELO, but it was a VELO two-piece composite bat that they made special for 2016. Usually the VELO was that single piece with the composite end cap, like on a BB core and things. But they made this special bat in the middle. But these are both the 2 3/4 versions of this bat. The VELO composite is a drop 18, or excuse me, a drop 12. So that's a 30-18. And the Quattro is actually a drop 10, so it's a 30-20. I just wanted to show you the difference in barrel size. So when Rawlings says that they made the barrel bigger, they're not kidding around. And I know the Quattro is a brand new bat, but it's probably its most comparable is the Senior League two-piece composite bat. They didn't make a two-piece composite VELO in 2016 in a BB core. The BB core VELO was actually just a single piece with a composite end cap. So anyways, just to give you a little feel, so definitely a bigger barrel. This is the CF8 next to it. This is the 2 3/4 CF8, so that's the 2016 CF8. I'm gonna put this thing on there, so you can kind of see there. The barrel size on the CF8 and the Quattro is actually really similar, and these are super similar bats in the sense that they're both two-piece composite construction bats. The Quattro does have this brand new, what they call, well, they're just calling the Quattro piece, which is this connective piece right here. This is this silicone ring that they help dampen out sting with. But yeah, that's it. Right now we're in the cage hitting with the 5150 from Rawlings. This is a 10U player. It seems like every time I show one of these videos, everybody in the comment section all of a sudden becomes Tom House, and you know, they're these hitting experts, and we are under no false impressions that his swing is the most amazing thing in the world. And this is not an instruction video on swinging. He's just a kid like most people out there, just figuring out how to hit a baseball. So good for him. So you know, feel free to keep your comments to yourself, or to go to town and talk about his hitting if you'd like to. We say that, of course, a little bit jokingly, but we always do kind of find it funny that it seems like there's painstaking efforts to comment on swings, but we get it. He's figuring it out. Yeah, you know, it's looking pretty good and balanced right now. So we're actually gonna, so that's the 5150 hybrid. So that was the 2016 model. We're kind of a Rawlings day out here. A lot of information we're throwing out here, talking real fast, but you get the idea. That's the 5150. So that's the hybrid. So that's a composite handle, same as with this VELO composite and with this Quattro composite handle, but it has an aluminum barrel, so you can hear that really ping sound, and that's kind of it. But we have this Quattro that's actually still in the wrapper, and I'm not sure if I can. Okay, that took us like much longer than we anticipated just to get the wrapper off, but that's okay. They do wrap this grip. You can see the grip, by the way. It's got some sort of perforations in it, or I don't know, it's not perforations, it's just some divots. Got a lot of texture to the grip, which isn't necessarily common, but it's kind of its own little feel. All right, let's switch out this 5150 for this new Quattro. This bad boy literally right out of the wrapper. And we'll get a feel for what this new composite barrel sounds like from Rawlings. First hit, and that's the difference right there between composite and aluminum. You can hear it. This is a drop 10. Hey, it sounds like a smash, but that's it. So again, two-piece composite we're talking about, right? Real common in the market. The difference is that little connective collar that they have, that Rawlings is talking about. Some other bats have similar collars, specific, or maybe not collars, but inserts, like Louisville Sluggers insert. It's called the True 3. This one, I think they're calling there's like an SVL. There's some acronym associated with it, but all right, you got a good feel for it. Let's try the VELO now, Jay. All right, so that's just so you guys can get a feel for what's out there with Rawlings and kind of get your cage side feel. What'd you think, Jay?
I like that when you hit it wrong.
Yeah, feels all right, huh?
It feels when you hit it wrong.
Okay, let's see.
It feels like it bends.
Oh yeah, let's see this one here. Yeah, pretty similar. Now this Quattro's not worked in at all. And with a composite barrel, you definitely want to work it in. This VELO is also a drop 12. This is a drop 10. One thing that we'll also mention, just because we like to talk about this a lot, because we feel like no matter how often we talk about it, it's never solved from vendors. Bats don't bend when you swing them. You don't want them to swing. You don't want there to be any flex in the bat while you swing it. If I put this on slow motion, there's no way that bat is going to actually bend backwards and create any kind of whip effect. It just doesn't happen. A couple of the vendor sites are claiming that this has some kind of a bat whip. It just doesn't happen. I mean, just go to the store and try to bend it. There's no way you can bend the bat, and some 10-year-old or even 25-year-old swinging the bat isn't gonna whip the bat. It's not. There's no bat whip. That doesn't exist. Bats do flex after you hit them, and two-piece bats with soft transitions flex more, but not these bats. It's silly that vendors continue to claim this, and even manufacturers think the bat somehow whips and stores up speed. It's not a golf club, but you know, whatever. Just don't pay attention to that hype. The other thing to probably mention that they have tried to talk about is this. They call it True View technology. You can actually, this black part, you can actually sort of see through there. I mean, that doesn't do anything by way of, you know, hitting prowess, but it's kind of cool, I guess. So you can see the technology working this way. I can't really see the technology while it's hitting, but you get the idea. But anyways, cool to see it. Sounds a lot like the VELO from last year. It does have this new connective piece. Of course, comes in a BB core too. So, anyways, we'll keep hitting away, and then at some point get our review up. But hard to say that Rawlings and the Quatro, that this bat won't be successful. I mean, it's two-piece composite. It's a very well-known company. They've been in the bat business for a while. Be interesting to see if people like how loose this transition is, or if it's too loose. I know with the True 3 on the 917 or 915 or 916 from Slugger, they ended up tightening this transition the first few years of production because people thought it was too loose. But I don't necessarily get that feel. I don't know. I mean, we've hit with it, what, 6 times? So we'll keep on it and get our reviews up, and you guys can keep reading them.